Hello everyone, my name is Bill Duggar and welcome to the Human Race page of the God Scientist blog. I'm going to introduce you today to a very special type of civilization. A civilization that most people are not aware that it even existed. The source of that civilization was I found in an out-of-print book, The Dawn of Conscience by James H. Bredsted. This book first came out about 1933. This copy I have now was printed about 1960 or 61. Mr. Bredsted also put out another book on the same type of civilization, the development of religion and thought in ancient Egypt. And ancient Egypt is our civilization that I'm talking about, was so peaceful. You see, the terrain allowed these people to live more or less in peace because other tribes could not come in and interfere with their lives. Another thing, too, was mankind goes through several phases. And one of those phases was the jungle phase, where he and his basic species are animals in the jungle. They have to be, because that's the only way they could survive. They had not unfolded their spiritual selves or their logical thinking as yet, but it took many hundreds of years. As they opened up, they come out of the jungle. As they did, they found that by working together, they could have just about anything they wanted. If I wanted a house, or what they called a wattle house, a mud hut, I could help you build yours, and you in turn would help me build mine. Therefore, they developed as social species. We developed at that time a very peaceful relationship. We needed each other for security. Mankind put each other first before anything else. There was no religion. Today, you and I were born into a ready-made culture, a ready-made religion, a ready-made school system, etc., etc. But these people came right out of the jungle and started whittling out their own way of life and their own doctrines. There was no good or evil people back then, because individualism had not even started. The usury system was not around. These people existed somewhere between 12 and 18,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. It's called The Age of Character, and you can read about it in these two books. These two books are so valuable, I believe that they should be included in every school in the world to teach mankind how to be peaceful with each other. We value each other first. As hundreds of years went by, these people developed a highly intellectual literature and art type of culture. They became great scientists. They knew the earth was round hundreds of years before Christopher Columbus was ever born. These people had a system of do only that which makes me loved by the communal system, the community. They contributed to the community. There is an ancient text called the Bhagavad Gita that I'm quite familiar with. I've read it, I've studied it, I've meditated on it, and numerous other people in my group of meditations have indicated that they don't know the author of this wonderful writing. They think they know, but not for sure. No one really knows. You see, in those days, people had one name, not a first and last name, but one name. And there's the psychology of that was that no one was an individual. You were part of the community. Your talents came first. They came into to make the community love you. You gave your talents. Now imagine what that's like, the psychology of it. A child born back then, people looked forward with anxious curiosity as to what that child might contribute to the community. You see, there was no good and evil, high and low self-esteem at that time. That's about it for this video. I've enjoyed talking to you. I'd like to present a lot more. I'd like to present the definition of love. I do want you to know, however, that I have used this system with inmates in the penitentiary, the maximum security prison years ago. Is different than the one, the federal prison that I go to now. But I had an inmate that I taught a lot of this to, and he had a very troubled life when we first met. I'll tell you about it in my next video, Violence Transformed. For now, thank you very much. The sunlight is getting to me, and I'm going to have to quit. Thank you very much.